Good morning, everybody. Now I will show you the evolution of maternal mortality at NMCHC of Phnom Penh, Cambodia. It's a retrospective study continuing from 2000 to 2014 concerning 330 cases. It is a series of 330 cases of a single service over a period of 15 years. The National Center of Protection, Maternal and Infantile is a university hospital service of Gynecology Obstetrics Level 2, whose recruitment of cover the southern half of Cambodia. The objective of this work is to analyze the cause of mortality and to follow the evolution over a period of 15 years to propose a strategy and area for improvement for the more effective care preventable cause. Material and method. This is a retrospective study of computer record component. Administrative procedure, including the diagnosis of maternal death, death by accident, and suicide are excluded. For each record, the missing data are searched for in the paper file. The information has been anonymously standardized and recorded using the WHO classification version. Then proceed by AP-47. The analysis called the statistically arsenal from AP-4. The geographic data correspond to the coordinate of the address of the paper of the patient and are shown in Google Maps. The study allowed to map each case, knowing the number of childbirth, calculate the mortality rate per year. Maternal reported 100,000 live births. The rate goes from 600 in 2000 to 169 in year 2014. To present the socio-economic characteristic of fertility age profession. To analyze the cause group into direct and indirect categories. Cause. 5. To present the detail of the direct and indirect cause by word who code. For each cause, the study presented the socio-economic characteristic, the evolution over time and mapping. Overall, to determine the factor statistically linked to the reduction of maternal mortality. This is the map of Cambodia. The map of Cambodia, if we draw the line passed by here, the Kampong Thom province, we know that it's the half south is the most the patient transfer and come to the NMCH. And this one, the characteristic that is the profession is the agriculture, the patient, and this one for the housewife, and other one is the staff, has the government staff and other profession, and that one is when we divide the 15 years in 3 parts. The first part, the first period, the 2000 to 2004, there is most the date, and then the the death, the mortality decrease. This is the you see the rate of mortality, maternal mortality is declining significantly year by year. This is the rate by year. 2000 we have the 48, and the 2014 we have only 13. So all we have 322. You know, we cut out the 8 cases of the mortality from gynecology who the death were unrelated with the pregnant. So overall, and this one you see the indirect cause, the 40, and the direct cause, the 76%, and indeterminate there is the 45 equal 10%. So 10% we cut out, but because the cause of that are not documented. This one is the direct cause, indirect cause by period, and the direct cause is 246. And this is the detail of the cause indirect group. There is the hypertension, and the most complication. This one you see the HIV disease, opportunity disease, cause the death to indirect. Group of direct cause, you see is this one, the hypertension and preeclampsia, eclampsia. There is the 30%, and obstetric hemorrhage. There is a most. And for hemorrhage, we have 116 cases. There is the atony uterine, rupture of uterine, and the placenta, the disease of the placenta. The rupture uterine, there is the rupture uterine in the middle period, and the last one there is no rupture uterine. This is shows the parity. The parity is this one is the primipar and the multipar and the grammidipar. Grammidipar is equal over the 5 children. And this shows the preeclampsia. Preeclampsia, we know there is the severe eclampsia 12, health syndrome 5, you had the health syndrome, the eclampsia attacks, the function of the onset of the crisis by during pregnancy, during labor, and during puerperium, and the mean age of hypertension is 40 years old. Detail of the infection, there is the shock septic, infection, amniotic, shock septic by AVC, shock septic and endocardite, shock septic and ORPs, and equal acute pulmonary edema with infection, amniotic infection, infusion, cardiac and postpartum. Preeclampsia severe with shock septic, there is so the mean age of or the age is the 28 years old. About the abortion, there is a 32 case. The mean age is 32, and the maximum age is 50 years old. The line shows that the decrease the death by abortion. For equipment mode, there is the cesarean section, there is the vagina. So the vagina, there is the 85%. For the transfusion, we have the 60 cases for one pocket is 25 recover, and in the number and more 20 case and 27 cases is more than one pocket. For hysterectomy, we have 59 cases do the hysterectomy. The analysis focus on maternal mortality, exclude the patient who died before childbirth, 251 cases. The item hysterectomy is filled in the 188 file. A hysterectomy performed in 1959 cases, a frequency of 31%. When the patient gave birth at CNMCH, the hysterectomy was 65%. When the patient has delivered at home, the rate is only 45%. The place of birth depends on the cause of death. This one, the home birth, there is a 47 case, and this is the institution of health institution, private or public. There is 55, and NMCH at 116. Home birth per period. This one we see that the home birth at the 2000 to 2004, there is 43. It's a 70%. The second period only 20%, and the last period only 6%. That's we shown that at since 2011, from 2011 there is no home birth mentioned. The transfer, the notion of coming by these own means is necessarily linked to the distance. When this distance is important, the first hospital relay can take place. In fact, the admission method depends on the distance from home to an MCA. In case of transfer, the average distance is 50 kilometers, equal to 20 kilometers in case of coming by own means. This difference is significantly highly. State of admission. Admission is known for 294 cases. In 8.5% of cases, the patient considered dead or dying since she died in and however, the study of the cause of death shows that there are a higher patient or death or dying on admission in case of death by hemorrhage. But there is no difference statistically significant between the different causes of death. This one, you know, there is the 25 death or dying when they in trance. Still alive only 90%. In sample analysis, we noted the significant correlation with the decrease in mortality following the relative frequency of primigravida increase, the relative frequency of bleeding increase, the relative frequency of home births decrease, the relative frequency of infection decrease, cases accompanied by cesarean section decrease, the relative frequency of cases with risk factor is increasing. And finally, there are more transfusion. For conclusion and recommendation to eliminate the interaction between these factors, we practice the logistic regression, then only 3 independent with the decline in maternal mortality. The decrease in Cambodia is due to 3 independent factors and shows 1, the effectiveness of health program recommendation of the safe delivery, 2, improvement of least-wait obstetric protocol and better use of antibiotic therapy, 3, to decrease in the number of cases with cesarean section, then the number increases, which shows an improvement technique and or indication. Half of deaths from severe bleeding are preventable, including as the recommendation, prevention of occurrence of hemorrhage, the care by applying the national protocol adapted to each maternity, approved monitoring of pregnancy. Many thanks for your attention.